How could we stoop so low? True story. Man, how y'all doing today, man? It's Monday, cooling. I had a rough weekend. Well, really, I didn't have a rough weekend. I did my part, but my wife, she always do the most, man. I don't know where I'd be without her. She makes it happen. Hey, today, I want to go back and I want to review, man. I want to take us back to 1994, man. And I want to talk about the Freaknik. And the reason I want to talk about the Freaknik, we talk about everything uh, that's negative. And I'm not going to say that the Freaknik was a positive thing, but in our day and time, it was positive for what we were doing. But then I looked it up, and me and my wife we were talking about it, and I didn't know that it was women that were actually being raped at the Freaknik. I didn't know that. So that's something I'm finna look into. That's something I never saw. I never saw that. So if that happened, I'm praying for those victims. I hope that's not true. But I see them saying that, and I see they finna do a documentary about the Freaknik. That's gonna be a good view, a good look. And the reason why I say that because now I'm looking at now in 2023, and I'm looking back then at 94 and 95, and the difference is it's a big difference. I can't lie to y'all. It's definitely a big difference. When y'all come in, y'all introduce yourself. Let y'all know. Let me know who y'all is. We do our roll call. We know how we do it. Let me know what state, where you from. You from the Shy, kick it. Wherever you from, kick it. Just let me know. So I'm gonna open the chat up maybe about 8:15. I'm gonna give a few people the time to come on in, but we gonna get it in tonight because I want people to really understand that the first thing I'm doing, I like for my lives, my content, always to be diverse. Always. Salute, my bro. Ray, what's the word? Salute, family. I want my content, the podcast, my living room. I always want to be diverse. It's not never about uh, one subject. We always gonna have open subjects, open topics. But I want to talk about the Freaknik. I know a lot of y'all really don't know, so I want to put y'all up on how things used to go and how we used to be. So, because I know in '94 a lot of y'all wasn't born, and if y'all was 2 or 3 years old. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on a few people to chime in. Some older people that might have experienced it, some women, some men, and we gonna talk about it. But man, y'all gonna be in for a ride with this Freaknik. That Freaknik was something awesome. It was something you would never believe, and it was something that could not happen today in 2023. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Y'all just give me a minute. We gonna kick it in. How was everybody? If you celebrate the holiday, how was the holiday? Anybody know? Anybody have some good stories they want to share? Whatever city and town you from, did the kids dress up this year? Bless family, yeah, for sure. Call it live. Oh, that's what's up, Ray. I ain't been doing too many live. I really been working, bro. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. I've been working hard. I've been trying to get these kids they summer back. That's really what I've been working on. Me and my wife, a few other people, a few other guys. I was shocked, man. X-Man Rico, he pulled up on me yesterday. Y'all already know corporate cartel media. He stay in the building, I've been trying to work and link with other vloggers and podcasters so we can all hook up, man, and put some things together in Chicago and just let people know everything coming out of Chicago ain't bad. You know, they always want to keep pushing the narrative or keep pushing the bad turmoil about Chicago and everything that go on in Chicago. So we ain't on that, but I ain't going to talk about that right now. I want to talk about the Freaknik. 1994 Freaknik. Man. Y'all will have to be there to really believe and understand what went on. What's the word? Ain't no question. Y'all would really have to been at the Freaknik, man, in 1994 to understand what really went on, man. When I say at least 10,000 black folks, and that wasn't the only race that was there, but I'm just telling y'all, at least 10,000 black folks all in one spot, dancing, Freaknik, that's the name of it, so understand that, just dancing, doing different things, but we were coexisting with each other. We were all in the mix with each other to where's that it was never no killing. Not that I remember. I don't remember no killing going on. Bro, you was 14 at the time. Freaknik would have been wild to me. Hey, listen, Freaknik was wild to me. And I think I was 22. I think I was 22 or 23. I was one of them. But it was wild to me. When I say it was wild, like that's why, what's the word, family? Came like, what's the word? That's why a lot of people don't, like, back then our music, like 2 Live Crew, Me So Horny, and Sir Mix-a-Lot and all them. That's why they played a significant part in the culture, because they was talking about things like the Freaknik. Man, the Freaknik was wild, and the cold part about it, he said, yeah, the Freaknik. Yeah, that motherfucker, I saw a picnic on Twitter, yeah. Well, 5 dudes was spreading. Yeah, hey, listen. Hey, corporate cartel media. Man, that ain't nothing. If you had to be there, you understand what I'm saying? Now, me and my wife was showing me where they were saying that some things happened to some women that they didn't want. I didn't see that the first year or the second year that I went. I stopped going because it stopped being too congested. Like, the police start intervening in it and start like blocking the traffic and doing different things. They took the fun out of it. I guess that's what ended up happening. But the thing that I loved about it, and it was crazy, because it was on Martin Luther King Boulevard. And I'm from 63rd. I can relate to King Drive. Man, I'm like, King Drive go all the way to Atlanta. Yeah, BCG. I heard it was like spring break. Hey, man, spring break ain't got nothing on it. Only thing that I think that spring break got on that is far as the let me say this the right way, because I don't want to say prejudice. Spring break got a lot of they got a mixed culture. It's a mixed culture in spring break. The Freaknik was dominantly a black event in Atlanta. But the thing I'm getting at, and what I'm trying to show y'all, and what I want to talk about, and why I say that in 2023 and the difference, bruh, we could all be there. And it was all 50 states there. When I tell you it was 50 states there, and what made me think about it is when I was watching what is that? BMF. And I was like, damn. It brought those back to my head, because I remember when I first drove down there, I had my first Benz. And it was like, man, we jump in the car, and we weren't thinking about taking no thumpers with us because the world wasn't like that at the time. Like this world, like my point and where I'm going and where I'm landing the plane at is like the new school killed the world. It killed world order. It killed everything that we build and everything that we try to make exist. So when y'all did step out and come to the world, salute, Yak. What's the word, Yak? When y'all did come to the world and get of age, like you said, Ray, you was 14 at the time. I was 22, 21, maybe 23. But what I'm getting at is this. Alexa, what's going on, sis? Peace. So it's like, I'm trying to get y'all to understand that we were doing different things to like set a pavement, set a way for y'all. So y'all lives are supposed to be easy, man. Y'all lives ain't supposed to be with all this killing right now. Y'all lives ain't supposed to be with all this fighting amongst each other and all this division. Man, we had money, bro. We had some real money back then. And man, we were getting the cop. Listen, when I tell y'all what I'm telling y'all, man, yeah, definitely lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky to experience that. Hey, for sure. Hey, say you had a few freaks by your side. Hey, BCBG, hey, you something else, Jack. Ain't no question. So it's like what we don't really understand is this though. Bro, we used to jump in the car. Listen, I had my first Benz, black 190, AMG kit, all that. Herringbones this thick, diamonds everywhere, money everywhere, man. We jumped in the car, me, three of my other partners, man. Man, we gonna hit 65. We gonna shoot on down to 75. We on our way to ATL. The last thing we was thinking about was a thumper. The last thing we was thinking about was some ops. The last thing we was thinking about is somebody robbing us or doing something to us. You know why? Because one thing, everybody had some bread. Two things, everybody was looking to have a good time. Life was about enjoying yourself, getting out, exploring. That was something like it was like a treat to yourself. So the last thing we wanted to do when we got to the Freaknik and ATL was beef with some niggas, fight with some cats, rob somebody, do anything of that sort. We was checking in. It wasn't no what's up. It wasn't none of that. Because if you go back to Atlanta, as far as you can go back to Atlanta, you would have thought everybody in Atlanta was GD. And I'm going to tell you why you would think that everybody in Atlanta was GD, because this how they used to greet you. What's up, folks? And people, if you really been in an A right now today and back then, that's how they greeted you. What's up, folks? And we like, oh, damn, they need GD down here. And the whole time when they saying what's up, folks, that's kin folks. That's that's a black person greeting. And we had to chime in like, hey, what y'all is down here? We was like, man, don't bring that Chicago shit down here. But eventually it got there. But I'm just saying, it's like, bro, we could go anywhere, man. And that's the difference from the day and now. And it's like everybody, that's what everybody want. Everybody love. Everybody think about it. You go to the club now, it could be all kind of ladies in there. And the only thing that the new generation is worried about is who is dude. What is going on with dude? There go the ops. There go this, there go that. And these women is going out their way to look all kind of ways, man, to catch a man or catch a husband or catch a significant other. And in 2023, that's the last thing on these young men's mind is a lady friend or a companion or building a life or looking for a lady. You go to a club, you go to a concert, anywhere you go, where it's a rank of people, a rank of black folks, young. It's chaos. It's shooting. It's killing. Ain't no question. Hey, you right, Yak. It was up, folks. Yeah, that's right. What up, blood? Exactly. He say, hey, BCBG say females be looking for the ops nowadays. See, I'm gonna tell you why it's like that, BCBG. Because the thing is this. You gotta remember this. If the world is trying to portray an image to the men and to the women, and everything that they put in front of us or they show us is to degrade each other, we can't do nothing but become each other ops. See, it's men out here that's trying to outdo the women, and there's women out here that's trying to outdo the men. So we all become oppositions in some sort of way with each other because we don't look at each other as companions anymore. We look at each other as competition. We look at each other as we want to outdo each other. And that's how it go. That's how it works. You got to understand it. You got women. You got to understand that. You're right. You're right, Lex. Exactly. That's why this gender. Yeah, exactly. And you're absolutely right. So it's like you're right. You're right, Lex. So it's like what we don't understand is that, like I keep on saying, like that's why this Freaknik is a good topic. It's a good topic because it's not that I'm not. Exactly. We need each other. It's not like I did a live on that with I had a young guy in there that was 15, and he was saying how he looked up to his mother and not his father. And we had to explain to him that he always had a man role model in his life. I don't want to get off topic. But the thing what we don't realize as being a whole, we all at odds. We all at competition. That's the thing from 2023 and 1994. That's the difference. See, back then, like I did the thing today, and I talked about it. Back then, we didn't respect the shooter. We didn't do that. He said, I tried to tell Twin that my son, yeah, I could believe that. Listen to me though. I could believe that. Listen. Hey, you right. Hey, Alexis, I believe you. Hey, trust me. I hear women say it all day. They don't need no man. I'm so glad my wife don't feel like that. I'm so glad. It's like, man, I thank God, man, for my relationship with my wife. Honestly, I thank God for her every day. And the reason being, it's a lot of women out here that feel like that. It's a lot of women out here that feel, I don't need no man. And I know my wife don't need me. I know she don't. If she jumped up today, I'd be mad at the motherfucker. I had to turn into O.J. Simpson. But our relationship and our bond that we got is so crazy. You understand what I'm saying? It's like our youth, like I talk to them, I try to reach out, I try to do things, and I try to show them different than trying to preach at them. Than trying to bark at them. Than trying to tell them, I want to show them. I was taught when I was young, I lead by example. You lead by example. So I try to show them the example to lead by. Lead by, yeah, I got a wife. Yeah, I got a family. Yeah, I even got a dog. I ain't like dogs no more. My wife want a dog. I got a damn dog. I get out in the community. I do things front line. I talk to whoever. I deal with whoever. Because how can I tell you what not to do or what you shouldn't do if I'm not doing it? If I'm not a mirror of what I'm trying to get you to do. And that's what I don't get. So it's like, you're right, family. So it's like the Freaknik, I wanted to bring that up because the Freaknik was what it said, a Freaknik. And when I say a Freaknik, I mean it was everywhere. Everywhere you turn your head, it was humping. Believe me. So it's like, but the essence of it was we were all in one place and wasn't nobody shooting, wasn't nobody killing. You right. You right, Lupac. Ain't no question. You right. You right. Real men step up. You right. Ain't no question. But the thing is this. The thing is this. We have to look at. Thank you, baby. We have to look in. We have to look in the society that we in. We have to look in the society that we in. Real men are supposed to step up, but real men are not being accepted. Real men, when you do real things, man, that it almost like puts you on the back burner. It puts you on the back burner, and I had to learn that. I had to learn that because one thing you got to do, you got to know this, right? When you doing something and it's from the heart, you never look for recognition. You never look for people to gravitate to it, and you never look for people to reciprocate back to you because you're doing it from the heart. And you're right. You definitely right. You definitely right, yeah. Yeah, we went out to see the ladies dance, get some new numbers. Worst thing was a fight. Hey, and that was the whole thing. It's like I got a lot of old pictures, and my wife talk about me. She always crack on me now. She talk about me like we play. Me and my wife, we love to joke, we love to play, right? So I used to be something else, ain't no question. So she'd be like, yeah, there you go with your favorite on. I used to wear a lot of white. I always wore white. White was like, that's why when Gotti be talking that crazy, you can't wear all white. I used to wear white a lot because the last thing I was going to do was fight. Man, I got white on. I got my J on. I'm jumping out of some slick. The last thing on my mind is I'm finna jump out and fight. Man, we finna get on some player. We finna rap. We finna mac. We gonna talk this big cash money. And if, push kind of shove, if a scuffle jump off, we ready. But 9 times out of 10, we ain't have to come prepared for that. With y'all in 2023, ain't none of that. Man, ain't none of that. Right now in 2023, a Freaknik will be a massacre. Now, who won't agree with me? Who think I'm lying? Talk to me. Get in here and talk to me and let me know. Who think I'm lying though? Somebody, y'all let me know. I'm gonna open the chat up. Y'all let me know if y'all think I'm lying. I want to know. Who think I'm lying or who think I'm bullshit? Because this is what I want to know. Listen, trust me when I tell you. Let me tell y'all something, man. Back then, let me get this chat open for y'all. Let me tell y'all something, man. Back then and right now, a Freaknik, man, that motherfucker gonna be. It's gonna be on every local news channel. It's gonna be so many people laid out dead, but another thing, not just the killing, and that's why I want to talk, and that's why I want to open the chat up, because I want to keep it all the way funky. It'll be, you right, Alexis, but it's one thing we leaving out. What's the word, God Ministry? Greetings to you, my brother. So this is what I want to say about this Freaknik. Not only will it be a massacre and shooting, stabbings, and fighting in 2023, it'll be a lot of AIDS victims. Be a lot of AIDS victims. The 18 letters. Shout out to you, OG. Yes, right. Thank you, brother, for sure. Thank you, 18 letter. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah. Sexual assault by everybody. Yeah. Them transgenders. Hey, listen. And it's like that's why I say this. That's why I picked this Freaknik conversation for the title and to talk about it, because it can open up so many doors. It opened up so many doors, Alexis. She said sexual assaults by everybody. You know, transgenders might get stabbed up, shot. People knowing they're transgenders too. That's right. That's the whole new thing. That's right. So the thing about it is this. What's the word? Love, family. Love, dog side. Much love. So it's like the conversation, the Freaknik. You see how it can lead. You see how it leads to so many different things. He said 18 letter. Oh no, I don't even think about. No, 18 letter. Listen. I don't think about the rainbow either, and I don't have nothing against nobody. That's their choice. But what I'm saying in 2023, if it was to be a Freaknik, I'm saying the difference between 94 and 2023 right now, it could never exist. And the reason why I'm saying it couldn't exist, because the youth, the young new kings and queens don't know how to exist. They don't know how to coexist with each other. The first thing is gonna be a fight with all these ladies there. Ain't nobody gonna pay attention to these ladies. Everybody is gonna pay attention to, what's the word, Jason? What's the word? Everybody gonna pay attention to what? There go the ops over there. There go doing them over there. Who you here with? Check in. Who are you doing this with? Check in. You do this, you do that. That's what I mean. So we ain't gonna get on the rainbow. I don't do that. I try not to do this, but you say, what you say, Lexus? I try not to, but in this day and age, we have to. Exactly. So that's what I mean by, like, we have to visit that, because we have to be truthful with each other. If you look at Chicago 119, what's the word, family? We have to visit that. He said it was a Freaknik now. There would be a lot of, yes, it's searched. It's just call it that. Hey, and you absolutely right. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like my thing is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the word, baby.
Man, what's
My
up,
thing
big
is
girl?
what
What
I'm
up, bro?
saying is this. I'm gonna give you the flow. 1 second. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this. With this conversation, you look how many angles that we could take it. Look how many places we could take this conversation to, and it's true. And the reason why I say it's true, because it is. Just think about this. Back then, AIDS wasn't popular like that. AIDS was only with people that was sleeping with men and men. Then it started getting popular because they tried to say Magic Johnson had it. I don't know if you got it or not, but it only stayed in that community. Nowadays, it's in all communities. It's women. If you see them, they post on Facebook how they husband or they significant other that cheated on them, and they came back and they got HIV and they got different things like that. So a Freaknik right now, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in so many different ways, and that's what I mean by how from 1994 to 2023, when we was trying to lay a paved way for our kids to come and be able to do better, it was destroyed. That bridge and that dam was tore down. It was destroyed. So everything we do now and everything that we push now, we push on a negative vibe. We like I say, they respect the shooter. We didn't respect the killer. We didn't respect the shooter. We respected the elder. We respected the guy that would go in his pocket and help everybody. We respected the guy that would help the people in the neighborhood pay their rent. We would help the people that would help auntie and grandma and them pay their light bill. Now we respect the dude that jump out with the gun and ambush and kill innocent victims, and now he's the killer. Now he's the tough guy. Or we respect the guy that goes and robs the guy that just trying to help everybody and put him on. We respect him when they rob and they kill him, and now everybody's sitting around broke. I'm gonna let you go chime in on it, Yak.
Man, can you hear me there?
Yeah, chime in on it, family.
Yeah, man, you 100% right, man. It was like the times was so different, man. 'Cause it was like we went to enjoy ourselves. It's like, man, we wasn't never too cool to get out there and dance. We wasn't never too cool to get out there at the skating rink and skate, man. But we
Man,
were trying to back on something. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, that was our whole thing, man. Trying to pull something. It's like these dudes go to the spots looking to post up on the wall, mean mugging. You know what I mean? Like, man, I ain't going nowhere to see who, man, face fuck each other. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, man. For real. See who got the toughest grill to step outside and butt stuff, man. For real. The
exactly.
times has changed, man. We was all about getting some money, snatching up the tightest female that was in the building, and man, trying to make something happen. That was it. That's man. That's what it was.
And the thing about that is this. It's crazy that you said something about skating, right? Let me get this ice out of my mouth. Thank you, sis. It's crazy that you said something about skating because I'm trying to buy my wife some skates right now because she loves skating.
The
She
skating rink was
loves it. My father was one of the coldest skate man. Listen, I'm gonna do a documentary on my father, man, because man, my father was one of the coldest, man. Listen, we used to have a skate rink called the Loop. I know you know that because you from
that
the
man. The
crib.
loop, yeah. And we
The
go
Loop,
go to the loop and out Markham skating rink, bro.
exactly. Loop, Markham, Rainbow, and then came 87. We used to catch the bus to go to the Loop on 95th Street. But the thing about it is this. It's like don't nobody, ain't no question long lived up. It's like, yeah, Route 66 too. We was fighting it up. We tore Route 66 up. Hey,
Man,
listen, the thing about this is this. Like the Freaknik, that's a great topic, bro, because we like how we push different things about killing, how we push different things about fighting, but we don't never push the fact of how it got there. We don't never push it, how times change, how it's different, and why do it look the way. We don't never look at the point of why is it going on so we can get to the root of the problem
get to
and
that
try to
point.
fix it.
What made it get to that point where you want, man, you go to a Freaknik now? I mean, people gonna wind up dying out there, man.
I wouldn't go nowhere near Freaknik. That's just like jumping off a cliff.
Yeah, especially with the switches, man. Somebody goes, man. It'll be terrible out there, man.
But the thing about it is though, I'm not the thing is we worried about we so worried about the shooting, we missing the big issue. The biggest issue and the biggest problem is, man, you know how many people gonna come back with AIDS?
Exactly.
We don't
Especially
even
right
talk
now.
the shooting is
We
cool.
used to talk about it, but Atlanta, the LGBT community is very high in population there. You know what I'm
It
saying?
ain't
But it's still it's straight men that dib and dab with all sorts of men and women on the low. So
exactly
you understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, man,
exactly.
everybody that walk around so-called thug, there's some thugs that's, man, doing a lot of shit in the dark, man.
Good grind mode. Much love, family. Grind mode. Much love. Hey, listen, Yak, let me tell you something. The thing about it is this. See, that's what I mean by the difference of a 94 and 2023. I have to keep putting that in. I have to keep putting that down. I have to keep saying that. And the reason why I keep saying that is this. And the reason why I keep saying that is this. 18 letter, what's the word, family? You get the
So,
flow in 1 minute. You get the flow in 1 minute. The reason why I keep saying that is this. Bro, it's so much of that that's being accepted amongst our community to where it's that they got these slogans, bros over H's. They got these slogans where I'm gonna hang out with my homeboy and I ain't gonna mess with my wife. I ain't gonna do this and I ain't gonna do that. And then you have to understand that everything that they got going on is to destroy our culture or destroy us. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let 18 letter have it, and y'all had a flow. I was at work the other day, right? And I'm signifying because I love to signify. Big old nigga, I don't care. I love to signify, and I'm signifying with a couple of the BDs, right? And they was like, nigga, you always talk crazy. You got them GD clothes on, and I'm like, wow, wait a minute. What the hell is GD clothes? You know, that was new. They went over my head with them. Some of the young ones. They like, you got them GD clothes on. You always wear them GD clothes. I'm like, okay. All right, y'all got me. But what's GD clothes? They
that's
like,
the day to
nigga,
put
you always wearing them big ass clothes. I'm like, oh well shit, I'm gonna keep wearing GD clothes then, nigga.
that's the day
I
to
don't
put the
want
division between
I
GDs
don't
and
want no
BDs.
yeast infection.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They made GDs and BDs, they done planted them against each other. Like, man, where that come from? Everybody under the same umbrella, man.
No, but now listen. I wasn't tripping on it because we talk crazy. I don't care nothing about none of that. But the thing was the stereotype they put. They said that my clothes, like all GDs wear big clothes.
I'm
cool with that.
way.
I don't want no disease from my pants rubbing so tight. Or I can't run, I can't move. 18 letter, introduce yourself, man.
Brother.
You,
what's the word? What's the word with you, OG? What's going on? Shout out to me, OG. I'm from Chicago. From Chicago.
I thought so. We talked before.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I was raised between 111th and Bishop in Morgan Park and 78th.
I remember. I just wanted people to know who you is.
Yeah. Shout out to the other brother on the chat on the live stream.
That's
and what's up, Yak? What's up with you, brother?
Man, much love, sure.
And also, I want to say, rest in peace to the young girl that actually lost her life over on 106th and Princeton. OG Big Deal. That was actually my we not blood cousins, but we was raised up together. My cousin's little girl. So I actually
hear that, fam. I actually went over there. If y'all need any type of assistance, or if the family need any type of assistance, man, just reach out to me outside of here, and I'll put it with Pastor Brooks, man. He'll help the family out.
Thank you. Appreciate
come up
that,
to the
OG.
job, man. Come up to the church, and he definitely help out. That's what we do.
Definitely, OG. When you were saying a minute ago about GD clothes, when I was a shorty, because I looked up to my uncle. GD clothes was, I used to see a lot of the folks rocking the Dukes, the Duke Blue Devil starter jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
That was GD clothes to me. Disciples utilizing knowledge every day. That was but yeah, like what you were saying, like what I was saying in the chat was I didn't even think about like the whole situation, because the Freaknik when you was coming up and going down there was something completely different, because that whole alphabet thing wasn't in Atlanta like that. See, a lot of people forget with Atlanta, it's a lot of people down there that's transplants, that's coming from all over. At that particular time, Atlanta was more it was people that were just starting to get down there, but it was still more native people native to Atlanta down there at that particular time. So with the way things have been pushed these days with the whole the alphabet thing and the transformer thing, man, you would have some of them transformers down there trying to trick dudes, man.
Yeah.
Trying to pray on dudes.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, we think shooting and killing would be the biggest problem. No, that wouldn't be. Everybody come home sick. Like Alexis said, everybody come home with some type of STD, or everybody come home with AIDS.
But the reason for that is we never thought about, in our era, man, a man never thought about another man like that, man.
Nah.
We didn't even have that. That wasn't even my thought process. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even an option.
But you know what it is, though, yet?
That's the difference between 1994 and 2023. My brother on here too, man. Psycho G, man. Yeah, he gonna jump in a minute, man.
Shout out to Psych.
I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. See what we talking about.
He talking about the video. He talking about the Freaknik.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually saw the video you did with Psych where y'all was when Psych was cutting your hair. Shout out to you, OG.
Yeah,
man. Salute. Much love.
But the crazy thing is, at that time, man, it was more when I'm about to be 35 years old. So I remember the 90s as a kid. And like I said, Big Deal, I looked up to cats like you, cats like my uncles. That was the old Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That was the old Chicago. I tell people all the time, it's the difference between Chicago and Chirac. Chicago was more structured and organized. Chirac is something completely different. I came up in Chi-Town. So at that time when y'all was coming up, it wasn't you had to be you had to be everything you said you was. You had to go outside.
Yeah.
You came out your mouth, you had to stand on.
You couldn't get on it back in y'all day, you couldn't get on the internet and woof. And people, because it was a very small world. Whatever block you lived on, you ain't go no more than unless you was driving. But that 10 block radius was your area, so you had to go outside and be everything that you said.
You had to earn your respect. You had to earn your respect and your name back then.
Exactly. So They playing a different game, you know, by different rules these days. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people wolf, but you can look at some, like you can tell with some of these shorties, like it don't matter how many switches you got, short. It don't matter how many drums you got. I can look into you and see that you afraid. I can look into you and see it.
Your eyes
Man.
tell the truth, man.
And the reason you're so aggressive is because you are afraid, and I can see it. You know, and
Hey,
Go
that's
ahead,
crazy.
go ahead,
You said that. That's crazy. You said that. I don't mean to break you off like that. I was just down here on 39th, and they was talking about the older guys, where the guys that come to Chicago and get robbed at gas stations. And I told them one thing about Chicago, motherfuckers. We smell fear. We like dogs. We can smell if
know
you
who
scared.
you mess with,
Because
man.
I'm telling them, I can pull up at any gas station. I don't even know these cats. I'll just get out the car. Hey, shorty them. I don't know what y'all on, but watch my car till I get out. You know what I'm saying? They know.
That's
They gonna be like, no, this one of them niggas right here. If you go in there smelling a certain type, we can smell fear. You can't walk up in there like that, man. You got to walk in there like you a man.
Like you're a man, man. And my mom, because I don't live in Chicago no more, man, but I'm born 35th State, 3651 South Federal, man. That's born and raised. You know what I'm saying? But when I come back, my mother be like, boy, watch your man. I don't worry about you always vigilant, because that's by nature, but I ain't finna not go here because of a crowd of people outside, man. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That don't even cross my mind. You making me tuck my testicles where I ain't finna go get them rib tips that I want. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't even think like that.
And at the time when y'all was coming up, you had to throw them things. You had to throw it from the shoulders. You know, them thumpers ain't come out until if it was something very, very serious.
Something worth
Do
it,
you
man.
hear what I'm saying? And that's
Mhm.
and it's like a lot of people, like I did, me and Syke, we was outside yesterday. We did the Easter thing together, right? And we gave away like what 300 something. We gave away like almost close to 400.
Yep, damn near 400.
Right. But the thing we were going through at first was our people were scared to even deal with us. It's like we so conditioned with each other to where that we so scared to even come get something free from each other.
Free.
Man, we gave out brand new clothes, leggings, shorts, dresses. Man, we gave out so much stuff yesterday that people would have had to go buy. And we did, but it took us the minute to even get started off. And it was all the family. I had my wife was out there, my wife, my daughter, my son, my brother, both of my brothers, guys from the area, and then shout out to X-Man Rico too. And Syke, I love you, man. You already know I love you, bro.
Man,
but,
you know I love you, bro.
It's like, bro, it's like we so conditioned. And that's what made me want to talk about the Freaknik and different things like that. Cause oh yeah, and Corporate Cartel, I can never forget Corporate Cartel. That's me and my brothers are armed. Man, we doing the business thing on the camera side and all that. And Heidi, I can't forget none of the people. You ain't gotta say Dame Alexis. We gonna get something going. I said that to my wife. We gonna put something together. My wife on board. I'm gonna get clean out y'all business though. I'm gonna let y'all women run that one. So yeah, it's like
the difference now, it's like, man, you knew they got GDs and BDs planted against each other. But it was like, man, in our era, you know how many Stones and Four Corner Hustlers and shit that I knew that, man. That's what they was, but they knew what I was representing. You ain't just had no op because they was representing something else, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that in the era coming up, man. As long as you carried yourself properly under that oath, man, I don't give a fuck what you was. As long as you ain't disrespect me and mine.
But I got a quick question to all of y'all.
Before any one of y'all say so, hold on. Let me say this to y'all. When I drop this footage, Corporate Cartel, he put the footage together. Y'all gonna see one of the Stones generals jump out his car. He stopped his car in the middle of 63rd Street when he seen me sitting out there and ran over there and hugged me. I got a whole podcast that I did with another one of the Stone generals that actually did something to my cousin. And we used to fight like cats and dogs. But to show people and let people understand, bro, we were young and we didn't know better. Because the people that we represent and we stood behind and stood with, they don't do that to each other, bro. That ain't what they do.
Certain stuff you was in violation, man. Certain things you ain't do.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
hey,
Yeah,
brother.
Go ahead.
go ahead,
Hey,
Psych G, brother. You go ahead.
hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing that kind of bothered me yesterday when we was out there passing out the Easter baskets, right? Remember when them Latinos walked past?
Oh yeah, we gonna talk. We gonna do a whole segment on that though.
Man,
Go ahead.
they did
Go
not.
ahead.
They did not get touched. They ain't nobody question them. Let me, you, and Chubb, and all us
Piss me
walk
off.
down
Yeah.
another black neighborhood like that. Boy, we finna get questioned, man. What you is? You GD? You BD? What you is?
Exactly.
We ain't fucking with them people though. And that go back to what you were saying when you put your son next to dude from out west. You say, man, we the same color. We look alike. But we
Exactly.
finna check each other running down these streets. Not no
Exactly.
motherfucking white people, no Mexicans, none of that. We look at them like they ain't got nothing to do with this. It's us against us. We calling each other ops, man. We calling each other ops, and the ops walking right past us. I ain't saying they. I ain't saying that. They're my brothers too. I ain't saying they ops. You know what I'm saying? You hear what I'm trying to say though?
Man, we
I know exactly what you're
1000%,
saying.
man.
What, man? What?
How the
Just like
hell we the last race should be calling each other ops and shit we done did to each other. We the last race should be having ops inside of our motherfucking race, man. How the hell we got ops inside our race?
we
We all
look
look
in the
alike.
mirror. We hate ourselves what we see in the mirror, man, and they conditioned us for that, man.
Yeah,
They programmed and conditioned that shit
it
that
was
into the make it happen.
systematically designed. It was systematic. They cold, man. Them
It's
people,
it's been that way.
I want to say hi.
Not
Say what's up.
Man, years ago, because man, I was living on the East Coast, and I came up on some. I said, man, I'm gonna move back home and open something up. Man, I went to open up a clothing store out in Harvey, man, because my teenage years I grew up in Harvey. I grew up, man. I opened a clothing store right in the heart of the hood, man. And they would ride, man. I had all the mics, the ones, the white tees, everything. Prices lower, shit authentic. And they rode right past my store when it's shot with the Arabs and shit, you know what I mean? And spend more money. It's like we hate to see our own people elevate, man. That shit is pathetic, man.
right?
Absolutely. And the thing is too that it's not just because I don't want like what Psych G was saying. We have been trained to hate ourselves.
Yeah.
And not only that, but everybody else has been trained to hate us as well. I've been
Man,
on forums where Africans and other people that you think, you know, now we've always embraced our African ancestry. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say like with certain people, you know, because they'd be like, man, y'all made fun of us, y'all called us African booty scratchers. I'm like, man, we roast everybody. Black
Man,
people roast, we roast each other. But it's been Africans that said that they was told when they came over here as naturalized citizens by white people to stay away from Black Americans.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know,
They said
and I'm like, you listening to them people, and we the reason y'all over here. Them people didn't want y'all over here. It was us what we fought for that got y'all over here. Before
I'm
the
telling you,
1965
Let me
and
say
the rights that we fought for, they was only letting white European immigrants in here. They wasn't letting no Hispanics. They wasn't letting no
tell you what.
Black people.
I'm gonna tell y'all why though. And I had to find out. I found out through this college course I took. I took a college course for violence prevention to get it was an 18 weeks course. And I found out why Latin Americans do not want to be part of our culture and why they don't
they not.
nothing. And the reason why is back in the slavery days when the Europeans was sacking and they was taking bringing us over from Africa and different places, they were teaching, it was Black Americans or Black Africans, should I say, that ran to like Latin America or where the Latin people and the Mexican people were at, and they accepted us as runaways to hide and get away from the Europeans. And when they let us in, we traded on them. I helping the Europeans track them down and hunt and find them. And if you ever, and I'm gonna tell you another movie where they talked about it and they showed it. If you ever seen this movie called Buffalo Soldier,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to get on that.
It's a movie with the Indians. It was a movie with the Indians to where is that they was hiring the black men to help
Fight
hunt,
against the Native Americans.
hunt and chase down the Native Americans. And in the end, when they caught Sin Bull told them, he said, listen, man, he said, what kind of individual are y'all, or what race are y'all, to that you help them catch us and destroy us and our culture?
And
And
you at
then
the same time.
at the same time at night, they make you go sleep in the cage with me.
You know what? It's a lot more to that, OG. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. When you
Okay.
look at the when you look like when a lot of the black people went to Mexico, majority of the black slaves, because I studied on that too. Majority of the black slaves didn't go to Mexico. They went to Canada. The ones that did go to Mexico, once they went to Mexico, they struck a deal with the Mexicans because they was in Spain territory where they was what slavery was legal, what slavery was illegal at that time. But they told them, in order for y'all to stay down here, y'all got to patrol our borders and patrol our posts to keep, because they was at war with the English and the British.
They sold the people out though, bro, at the end of the day.
Oh man, like that part I don't know. I gotta look at that, but
I'm talking about some real Latins. This ain't no. I'm talking about some real Latin Americans. I can have them on the show, and he the same way he told me. And when he taught the class, he taught to wise that where it's a disagreement with black and Latinos and different things like that. Because if you really look, they black as well, bro.
And that's another thing. I'll speak on that, OG Dale. Not to interrupt you, but that's something completely. I done been in some of these spaces. You got some Hispanics that got love for black folks. They identify with their African ancestry.
All of them, bro.
But you got a lot that don't. And one of the reasons,
majority of them.
Man, it depends on the region you're in, but just everything y'all saying right now, it all come back down to the simple reality. It's too many. Historically, it's been too many black men.
Yeah.
Turncoat and flip the script against.
Let
me finish this. Let me land with this one. It's too many of us that get caught up in the wave of trying to be accepted by the other people in the system to trying to get accepted, and we do something to violate somebody that should be in accord with us. That go down. Historically, we've done it, man. You can go all the way down to from the beginning of times all the way down to the nation. One of us did the same things to the Chiefs. That's why they sitting over there, man. Where they underground locked down for life right now, up, man. It's historically the same thing. Too many of us try to get accepted by the system itself, and we violate the people that we should be attached to, man. It's a reality, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna speak on this real quickly because it's a lot more to that one segment in Mexico. It's a lot more to Latin history because you got Mexico, you got South America, you got the Caribbean. It was a different system with the Spanish versus the slave who the system we was a part of with the English. The Spaniards, they thought they the ones that created the race caste system within the United States. They was actually one of the first that was on the conquest to come in here to the Americas, which is why they had a lot of territory.
Yeah, he's right.
They believed in breeding. They believed in intermarrying with natives and Africans, but they only did it to be able to breed out the native and Africans. They still looked at them as beneath them, but first off, it was mostly Spaniard men before they was able to get their whites over here from Europe. So they was mating with who? The natives and the Africans that they brought over here. So they would breed with them, and they created what you call the encomienda or something like that, where it's like a system where they got all of these different racial classifications. Like a mestizo person is more of a white and indigenous type of person. And of course, they the ones who created the term mulatto. But if you look at their class system on a chart, it has a hierarchy from white, a person that's what they would call Castillo, which is a person that's born in the Americas that's of a pure Spanish ancestry. and all the way down to the bottom is the African person. So a lot of them are not being truthful. If they were saying that they're not being truthful because they got a lot of colorism issues over there, they got a lot of identity issues with a lot of places. If you look at the Afro-Panamanians, they talk about the racism in their country. The Afro-Ecuadorians, they talk about the racism in their country. You had what's his name, like the Puerto Rican rapper Tego Calderon. He talked about the racism that Black Puerto Ricans experience and different things like that. The only difference between them and us is that it's more blatant there because they never had no civil rights movement. They never had something where they stood up and really fought because of, and in a lot of cases too, they was outnumbered and they was in, you know, severe situations. But it's way more to it than that. And we've had some turncoats, but that has not been the end all be all to us, to our downfall, because in a lot of the cases too, it's been a lot of times where Black folks didn't handle turncoats, and you know,
let me say this, right? I believe in what you said wholeheartedly, right? But when we come to that, hold on. Hey, what you working out? Yeah, I'm at the gym. Man, I'm on this live. And remember what you told me about when tell me about that again when we was doing the cohorts about how they let the Black slaves come over there and they turned on the Latin people and they was helping the slave catchers start catching them. That was the first thing where they just stopped dealing with the Black culture altogether. In the class, what we was talking about. I wish you could jump on this live right quick, because my man, he talking about it. One of my guys, he talking about it. He hitting it, but he ain't hitting it. He ain't hitting it all the way. And that's your culture. And you teaching it. You was teaching the cohort, so I know you can break it down better than I can.
Yeah, but what exactly you talking about though?
So we saying that the difference came in when, was it Spain, when you were saying when they was running from Africa and they was getting kidnapped and they was bringing over here as slaves, the people in Spain had let them in, and they traded on the people in Spain and started helping the Europeans catch them and enslave them. But they let them in. They accepted them in, and they turned on them.
Are you talking about the Moors?
No,
the Moors.
I'm talking.
The Moors were the individuals that came with Columbus on the voyage. So they were the individuals that were in charge of Europe at the time. The Moors had conquered Spain for over 700 years, and you know, they were the individuals who were the ruling class in Spain at the time.
And the Moors was Arabs and Blacks.
The navigators who led the conquest into the new, what they called the New World or New Spain, you know, they were the individuals who helped the Spanish get to, you know, the Americas.
So the Moors were Black and what?
No, they was Arab. They was Arab with Blacks in their army. Yep.
Yeah, right. That's what he said. You're right. He said that.
There's a misconception. So the word Moor actually means black.
The Moors was black.
No, some of them was, but the Moorish religion came from the Middle East. That's why you got North. If you look at the geography, when you look at the Middle East and you look at
they from Morocco. The Moors come from Morocco, Africa.
Yeah, that's why they don't go under the umbrella, nothing with the laws there.
No,
right?
well, see, if you look at the Moorish, like for instance, right, the Moorish religion is based off Islam. It's Islamic. Islam came out of the Middle East into North Africa. They didn't have. They wasn't North Africa at that time.
You right, because the Morocco is North Africa.
Yeah, Morocco is North Africa. It wasn't named Morocco at that time, and a lot of those other places wasn't named what they named are right now until the Moors came over from the Middle East. They spread it. They enforced Islam because of what a lot of us don't forget is that before the slave trade we was a part of, the European slave trade, you had the Arab slave trade, and the Arab slave trade still's going on to this day. When they came over, they enforced the religion of Islam onto the black people there, and they had certain black people join their army. So when they went over into the southern Spain, they was able to conquer because based off of sheer numbers. But you had a lot of blacks that was in the Arab army. Even when you look at the old art of Spain expelling the Moors out of Spain, you see the Arabs with the head wraps and everything, and them telling them y'all got to go, because at that time they took control of southern Spain and they called it Andalusia. It was called Andalusia at that time. And
hey,
even
18 letter. Hold on for 1 minute. Can I say something to everybody that's on this live?
Boy, I'm learning some shit today.
This all I need y'all to listen to, right? Man, I love y'all, man. And the reason why is this. You see how we can take one topic about 1994 and 2023 now and the Freaknik, and you see how many roads it leads to.
Where it led to.
You see how
Big deal. I'm up here learning shit, and you know I'm a smart motherfucker. I'm up here learning extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You see how we can talk about slave, how we can coexist, how we can deal with each other. You see how we can get on here and we can have a whole conversation, and everybody's involved, like you said, Ray. 119. You see that? But we sit on YouTube, we sit on Instagram, we sit on Facebook, we sit on all these social medias, and all we do is degrade ourselves. Talk about who killed who shot who did this to who. But look how I took one topic. You right?
And we sitting here building, man.
And we sitting here and we building, bro. And it's strong. It ain't gotta be no 100,000 people and all these people on here. Much love, corporate cartel. It don't have to be all that on here. This is real. It don't come. And then if I'm wrong, correct me when I'm wrong, bro. That's what I love. I love corrective criticism.
We can agree to disagree. It ain't taking anybody's manhood, man. I'm listening to the young man.
I see you, corporate. Peace, brother. Salute.
Nothing but. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I just wanted to say that to y'all.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, brothers, I was just going to say, that was the history over there between, because when you look at Spain touches, the tip of Spain touches the tip of North Africa. So yes, when you look at, and then you look at the Middle East is connected to the eastern side of Africa. So you can see how they marched from the Middle East over across to, North Africa, and they started their conquest that way. But no, Big Dale, Spain was the biggest, slave traders into the New World.
That's what that's told.
Yep. It was the English, it was the British, it was the Dutch, it was the Portuguese, and it was the Spanish. They the ones that was responsible for the whole slave trade, and the French.
But listen, corporate cartel right too, because it wasn't Arabs at first.
North Africa was black. Now it's Arab.
It was the second century, like you said. And those were in biblical times, like my man said. It was also in biblical times. So the thing is, like, and then I need it says 15 people on here. I don't know how true it is, but I need everybody to share this live, man.
Absolutely. And everybody hit the like button, share, comment, and subscribe.
Listen, I don't even care if you don't like it, share it. Let's start waking the world up, man, and start letting people know, man, that we ain't ignorant as they think we are. We ain't slow as they think we are.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
we know the history. We know the history of all of this, man, but we need to realize even all the different gentrification, the races that we talking about, it all come down to, man, we fought enough for everybody else except fighting for ourselves, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And one thing I wanted to break down really quickly, because like I said, I grew up looking up to brothers like y'all. The thing that people don't understand, like for instance, when you say like some of these, because the way you raise Fat Shawty, Big Dale, right. I can see him through you by the way he was raised. Same thing with Cash. The way Cash carried himself. Cash carried himself like one of the brothers back in the day. You get what I'm saying? But the crazy thing, because like even what my uncle told me, when y'all was coming up, y'all literature and y'all laws, it wasn't just about being out in the streets. Those laws taught you how to be a man and how to carry yourself like a man.
All the law was about that. It wasn't nothing about being in the streets. And there ain't no literature. All our laws about betting yourself as a man.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that always,
from the 5 P's to the 1 people concept to everything, to the I, the we, everything was positive.
Right. And that's one thing. So it taught you how to kid like these shorties today. I can't honestly say, and you know, I don't want to disrespect none of the youngsters, but I can't honestly say the way I was coming up and people like y'all that I grew up around, can I honestly say they really GDs or BDs, or is that just by name? Because that ain't what I came up under or came up looking up to.
Crash 18. Much love, family. Much love, Millie Man Gaming. Listen, I tell y'all every time, man, if y'all got kids, they love them games, or if y'all love them games and y'all want to get blue down, y'all want to get blue down on the game, y'all go get up with Millie Man Gaming. Tap me, he gonna blow you down. I'm trying to tell you, man.
We want gangs, we the organizations, man. We gotta. That's the part they forget, man. Organizations is a different thing, man. Ain't been a gang in a long time, man. Shit, the gangs was all these motherfuckers that's in the Congress now. Cause they accepted every man. They accepted the Italian gangs. Every gang they accepted. Now they in Senate, Congress, and XYZ. We all went to prison though for doing the same thing, trying to uplift our people, man.
Yep, and it was designed that way. It was designed that way because when we was coming up here from Alabama and Mississippi, we ain't know nothing about no gang banging. A lot of people at that time had to get involved because you had a lot of white gangs up here that was cracking black people's heads open left and right. You know.
That's real.
Hey, man, Rico, what's the word, man? The chat right there, join in the chat, blood. We definitely enjoyed you yesterday, blood.
Gee, that's a fact.
Cartel Media on here.
We don't have to wear no hat or nothing, man. You know, cut the way chin up, chest out, man.
Yeah, for sure. You already know it.
But we got to remember, man. We got all. It's more about the enemy is the machine, man, and that's what blacks, whites, Spanish, everybody got to understand. It's a divided color line, but the color line ain't the basis of all this shit, man. It's the haves and the have-nots, man. For real,
yeah,
for real.
For sure. And then that's what people don't realize. That's why I say it's like we run towards garbage. We run towards everything that's negative. And it's like it goes back, like, and I have to keep saying it. Like I keep pressing on and I keep on making it be known, because the thing is, this conversation started from the Freaknik. And here it is, we educating each other, we making everything the right way, we pushing each other, and we can agree to disagree, and ain't nobody on here, man, you wrong, you don't. Man, that ain't, this how it's supposed to go, bro. This how we build. This how we start. This how we make things happen. You understand what I'm saying? This how we go. For one block, one hood, one state, one city. Man, this is how we start to build. This is how we,
you know what, Dan?
everybody on here gotta pay. Everybody on here is doing
no matter what the conversation or the situation is, we was taught real G's carry themselves accordingly no matter what they doing, whether they trying to match to a female, whether they walking into an establishment, whether they walking into somebody's home, or whether they walking into a so-called opposition block. We was taught to carry ourselves accordingly no matter what the situation is, 360 all the time, not sometimes, all the time.
But then check it out. The machine really not our enemy. Our enemy is illiteracy. Because if we literally we can face the machine. The machine ain't nothing but a machine. You know what I'm saying? We got to be literate to face that motherfucking machine. Our enemy is illiteracy. I'm gonna tell you like that.
That's a fact. 'Cause, man, it was always promoted being ignorant and unintelligent is cool. That's the uncoolest, man. I tell you, shorty, man. If you highly intelligent, don't never dumb yourself down for nobody. Don't that like shorty? I appreciate, man. I love to see the young brother like that. He stood
Yeah.
firm
Hey,
on what he done
on
dug
my
his
mama,
research on. I
I love
appreciate
him.
seeing young brothers like that,
That's
man.
why they kind
Never
of talk
dumb yourself
about
down, man, to fit in, man.
That's right. Exactly. He jumped right in. He said what he had to say, and he stood on it. And hey, the truth don't need no support. And
Exactly.
that's why when a young guy's talking, that's the next king, that's the next queen.
Yeah.
You understand?
And we could all be looking at the same sentence, and everybody take it differently. So, man, ain't nobody. Your way of reading that context might be different than his way of reading it. So, man, let everybody explain and agree to disagree, and man, come to a middle ground and figure out which one is the best in the best interest of our people. What we should be spreading. For
Yeah,
real,
we
for
got to
real.
start working on the solutions and stop focusing. We know the problems. We got to focus. We got to figure out the solution.
And like I was saying, like I said, like I look up to to guys like y'all like my uncles, man. So like the same way with when my uncles was coming up and everything like that, those were the guys that I looked up to. In order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. You have to know, and that's the thing.
Yeah, leaders don't always just dictate. Leaders know how to listen as well, man.
Let me tell you,
Because what you don't know what you're talking about if you ain't learned it from somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. Where I come from, bro, you had to really be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't talking about no money shit, because everybody was getting money back then. So you had to really be somebody, you had to do something different, or you had to really be one of those collective members to even stand out. Because there was so many motherfuckers that was taking care of so much business and was doing so much. You had to do something to bring notoriety to yourself. And I ain't talking ass dummy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people like I was telling S-Man Rico yesterday, and me and Trey, well, I don't say me and Corporate Cartel, we always talk. And I always, express to them and let people know respect takes a long way. It ain't about being the toughest dude. I'm from Chicago. We really from Chicago for real. So ain't no such thing as no tough man in Chicago.
No.
Because
man.
you go 2 blocks left, 2 blocks right, and it's another young dude or older dude that got your ticket.
Right.
Trust me when I tell you, it's somebody always willing to step up to buy them wolf ticket or push you on away from you. Believe me. So the thing that keep it level and keep the respect for everybody, I respect everybody. That's why I respect everybody. It ain't the fact that you younger than me or I can pull rank and all that other old goofy bullshit. That shit ain't that don't make nothing last. That ain't how that lasts.
That ain't nothing.
That's not longevity. The thing is this. The thing for me to keep trying to be Phil Jackson. The thing for me to keep trying to coach and teach what I can so you can let me exist. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about me running things no more. It's about me existing. It's about me steady being able to say, all right, well, look, if you go this way, this going to happen. It's going to burn. If you go this way, you might have a safer route. But at the same time, I don't want you to feel like you got to get me out the way to step on the toes, or you feel like I'm doing something to get you out the way. I ain't know none of that. You knew a little bit something more about what I knew about. And then I love you for that because I respect the pull-up. Media and the thing about the world today, everybody is so timid. Everybody's so sensitive. Just like they were saying, everybody's so soft. Everybody's so, you can't say that to me. You can't do that to me. And I get that. Because coming from Chicago and coming from, we was brought up in a gang culture.
Right.
I wouldn't say gang or organizational culture.
Right.
So that you just couldn't say no anything to us. You couldn't say no anything to nobody. You have to watch your mouth when you talking to certain dudes. The first thing how the conversation start off is, who are you talking to?
Right.
You can't say certain things to men, man. It's like you go to page to page on here now. I mean, brother, you see telling other brothers SMD, couldn't say that to me, man. I don't know him.
Yeah, that's that New York. I tell cats, man. I was like in Chicago, because I done ran across New York cats on here. I'm like, in Chicago, somebody will punch your ticket for saying that to them, bro.
You don't play that
Somebody
shit.
will punch your ticket for saying that to them.
1,000 pods. Cole, if a motherfucker come up and ask you, what kind of man is you to invite a motherfucker to do some shit like that? Now, what if a motherfucker take you up on your word and pull it, you know what I'm saying? And he tell you to pull your shit out. All right, come on, pull your shit out. So nigga, you the homosexual. You asking a man, you inviting a man to your private parts, man. Do you really want this man to suck your digs?
You know, I tell everybody, man, you can't, as a man, you got, if I tell you something, you better literally believe me when I tell you that, because I ain't gonna just say something to say it out my mouth. If I say something to you, I mean that. And that means from teaching you to busting your shit to the white meat. If I tell you that, you better believe I'm gonna literally mean that. Can't just say anything out your mouth as a man, man. Then I crash out, but man, I live on, you ain't gotta respect me, but you ain't gonna disrespect me. And man, and I die and kill behind that. For real.
And then it's like this, and like I try to tell people, and people don't really understand. Like, I hate to bring this clown up. What's that? I hate to bring this clown up, but this clown, what's the clown?
I've been seeing the videos. Chris Barnes.
Talking about him yet?
Okay.
What's the clown with the that was trolling everybody?
Charleston White.
Charleston White.
Oh yeah, Charleston White.
Now,
yeah.
The thing about Charleston White, the reason why I never engaged in those talks, or I never like did too much talking about him. I said a few things, but I never engaged in that for the simple fact of this. Charleston White is like me arguing with a woman, a little mama, because and there's a lot of these other bloggers and a lot of these other people out here is the same way. Like, I can't argue with them and I can't go back and forth with them because they have too many female traits. You understand what I'm not finna argue with no man and send him no picture of my penis. I can't do that. I just don't.
Too emotional.
I'm not so deep there.
Yeah, listen, I'm not finna get on here. I can't argue with you because I'm not finna call the police on you. I don't play them games. Is there so many things that he do that I can't do or I can't deal with? So that means I cannot engage with this man on no type of form or fashion. And that's the thing why people really don't understand. So things like that I duck. And then I'm gonna say this about what's the other boy you just talking about? CB, Chris Barnes.
Little corporate.
Listen, now but look, listen, Chris Barnes, man, is going through a crisis where I think that brother is getting high. I think he's getting high. I think he's having problems in his life. So I'm bagging up off that. I'm bagging up off him. I'm just praying for that brother because he's going through too many different things. He's having too many problems. He got too much going on. He attacking me. I'm the devil. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I had to start coming to reason to understand why I'm the quietest thing on YouTube. And the reason for being is this. Don't nobody like the truth. People hate the truth, man. They hate the truth. Don't nobody want to support no truth.
Hey, OG.
I could. There's so many of these guys on here I can expose with the truth.
Hey, OG. I know you didn't seen this before because y'all been out there. Y'all been out there in the field. And I'm pretty sure y'all know you ever run past a person. Not only can you tell them the truth about itself, but you have people that get irritated with you when you can read their BS.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Hey, preach, brother.
You can tell they get mad that they can't get over on you and get mad at you for you not allowing them to get over on you.
I'll go through that every motherfucking day.
Hey,
that's
Ray,
wrong. My page, man, it's like, I'm putting out quality content, but I ain't growing at a rapid pace. But I tell them I refuse the tap dance on here to get some likes and some subscribers.
This
You know what I'm
talk-
saying? 'Cause I ain't gonna tell no lies. I'm gonna speak my truth and tell what I really know. You know
Check
what I
it
mean?
out.
I ain't just,
Bullshit selling right now. Why you think Charleston White hot now? Because he putting bullshit out. Bullshit controversy sells. The truth ain't gonna get you nothing, really. You know, except motherfuckers, brothers like us on the panel, talking about it with each other.
That's it. That's it.
We
But
a
I
small
love this.
percentage. We a small percentage out here right now.
See,
Hey,
it's
I
something.
love this, though.
See, it's something y'all gotta.
I'll take this today.
It's something y'all gotta remember. It's something y'all gotta remember. Y'all come from an era where y'all was used to getting money outside. Some of these guys, before they had their channels on YouTube, they ain't seen no type of money that y'all seen before. This is a hustle for them. So this is like you talking about people that was, you know, and this ain't no disrespect to nobody because we all in the struggle, but you talking about people that was taking a bus, getting the bus pass, don't know where their next meal coming from at night, trying to scrounge up some money to get a piece of puff and some French fries.
I had to learn that. You're right.
And they doing this because this is the new media now. And the funny thing is, we doing the same thing to our own image that these white folks been doing to our image for the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years on TV.
Oh, my mama. You're right.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's looking for a quick buck. Like he gonna come, like you got people, OG Dale, you got people that's gonna come out their face and say certain things to you on internet just because they get clicks and views that they would have never said to you in your face.
Never said in your face.
Because because they know, hey, I know, look, I'm all the way up here in Schaumburg somewhere. I ain't gonna touch nowhere near 63rd. I ain't gonna touch nowhere near over there. So I know I ain't gonna have to run into them. So I'ma just, you know, go ahead and say this, get these clicks and views, get these cash apps and super chats, and I'm gonna be all right. And if I run into them, hey, I'm gonna see if I can talk my way out of it or see whatever I can do. But right now, there's money more important.
I'm gonna tell you something, 18 letter. Something, man, my son never used to say, man, and I've been part of that movement. No talking.
Man. Hey, Dad, can I say something before I get out of here, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
It's like the deeper part of this is we got to just go back, man. To historically, they took the men out of these households, man. And I was raised by a single mom, but I also had elder statesmen under the nation that made sure I still carried myself like a man at all times, and so I was still getting that male man role model brought up and bred up in me. These last little couple generations, the little boys been sitting in these circles with these women, man. And the women just gossiping, screaming, yelling, cussing, throwing shit, and acting crazy, spazzing out. That's why you got a lot of these young brothers out here spazzing out like these moms was that was taught while they in the circles with these ladies listening to woman gossip. But these little niggas ain't out here throwing clothes and pants. They throwing bullets, man. So remember, man, these young brothers need a man in their life to hear something, man, manly and how they should represent themselves as a man, as a real man.
Big deal. What I tell you the other day, he said the exact same. You've been raised by the emotional ass women. They out here emotionally gang banging. We doing all that,
man. That's real, man. But man, Dad, I appreciate you all the time. Man, you brothers up here, man. I love to hear it, man. Let's keep building. Let's keep telling the truth, man. And check me out, man. You Chicago's finest, man. Come holler at your boy, man. I appreciate everybody.
Put it in the chat, Yak, before you break. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Yak, man. Y'all make sure, man. Y'all, hey, subscribe to Yak, Millie Mae Gaming. Man, y'all.
Hey, Big Dale, you ain't gonna keep showing your little animal like that. Like I ain't got one over here now.
Hey, man, don't make me go get my man Cool Cat, put him on the camera. I got a big lion over here, man.
I got this lion over here, man. I got a lion right here.
Man, I love you, brothers, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Hey, this my wife, dog.
Stay
my
focused.
wife, dog. You hate it, though.
I love you, brother, man.
Got the little lion right here.
Easy, Yak. It was a pleasure meeting you, brother.
Shout out
to you. Shout out to the low end.
Somebody said, well, they try to find out where they can put it in the chat before you leave, Yak.
Man, Dad, you know I'm an old head. I'm not doing that extra chat and shit. I type it in.
Alexis, you still on here? Could you put Yak information in the chat so people can follow him, please?
Man, I appreciate it.
Or Millie Mae, if you still on here, Could you put Yak stuff in there and put yours in there too again, so people could like and subscribe?
Definitely appreciate it, man. I'm gonna type it in, man. I'm giving good, truth, quality content over there to you, man.
No
Hey, yeah, I want to check them out too.
Yeah,
man,
so
I'm gonna type it in, man. Appreciate you, brothers, man. Everybody, man. Nothing but love, man.
Much love, bro.
To you, Yak. Much respect, OG.
Listen, we've been on here an hour and like almost 30 minutes, and we ain't had no troll. We finally get us a troll. TRU. Who killed Tupac?
real shit, weasel them out, man. They paint real shit, paint them in a corner, man, where they don't even have the testicles to try to open their mouth, man.
Yeah, the more your channel grow, OG, the more your channel grow, OG, you're gonna get more of them.
He a tab out right now.
Y'all be easy, number love, man.
That's what the moderators for, man. The moderators got to be on point, man. Knock them down.
It's all good. Listen, Yak, man, y'all go subscribe to Yak, man. Y'all get down with, y'all go subscribe to Millie Man Gaming. I know y'all probably already in tune with Trenches Talk. If y'all ain't, and if anybody got a channel, man, y'all go to Site G. He on here. If y'all want to get on his channel, y'all follow his channel, man. That's my brother. Make sure y'all go to Corporate Cartel Media. Man, we working, bro. We gonna listen. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Pay attention to what's going on with these channels and these people as we going. You right, Ray. You told it right. Santa Claus killed Tupac, clown. So listen, pay attention to what the movement is. You're gonna see a lot of Sight. You're gonna see a lot of Corporate Cartel Media. You're gonna see a lot of Millie Mae Gaming, Yak, Trenches Talk. Man, we finna outwork these people this summer with real content. There go Yak. He is in the chat. So anybody y'all go to him, like, subscribe, man, and share. And everybody on this live, share this live, man. Share this live. Let's show the world, man, that we ain't ignorant, man. Everything come out of Chicago ain't bad, man. Believe that. We got to start standing on that. We got to start standing on that. Hey, 18th letter, man, is much love, son.
18th letter, you got a lot of knowledge, nigga. I fucks with you.
You gonna support it. You could be in Schaumburg, Hamburg, you can be wherever bird. Man, you family, and we gonna always recognize that.
I appreciate y'all, OG. Appreciate you too, Sight. Like I say, I looked up to brothers like y'all when I was coming up. And see, like I say, I grew up on the old school, so I can't even me being young, like even me still got a look. I'm getting up there a little bit, but I just can't get with the new thing because I didn't come up like that. Like I say, I was raised between my uncles, who my uncles had rank in the mob, and my granddaddy. My granddaddy was from Mississippi, so I was raised up underneath them, and it was a completely different world when I was coming up. A lot of this stuff ain't really started pushing till about 07.
Right.
That's when you start seeing all of the funny stuff, and the masculinity leaving after about 08. That's when it went into full throttle mode.
No question. Chicago still 19. Much love, family. Much love. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's like when I have good conversations in my living room with my family members, man, it uplifts me, man. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know how good it make me feel. I hate to really hold y'all for an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I don't like to tear into people's time. But it just gets so comfortable and it gets so good, man, because we really need to tie in to each other and start understanding what's really going on amongst each other, man. And we really need to be able to sit down and talk and be able to coexist. And that's what we're not doing. It's too much game. Like you said, we come from a time where you had to do something. You had to stand on your name. You had to stand on your word. You had to be everything you said you is. You had to be everything you supposed to be. Not pose, post to be. Because all these dudes ain't doing nothing but posting and lying, woofing, and playing games, man. I see so many people on these internets talking about business they ain't got no business talking about and lying at the same time. So now had to train myself to just look, laugh, and fall back.
Yeah, and like one of the things that like I remember Bo Deal, like what you were saying earlier,
Yeah,
Big Deal.
yeah,
What
that's
Bo
my
Deal said when they said, who runs Chicago, and Bo Deal said, don't nobody run Chicago.
they don't.
Chicago's full of gangsters. They're like if
Nobody.
between the GDs, the BDs, the Vice Lords, Stones, Kings, MLDs, he like if anybody upped and draw, it'll be a Mexican standoff. Because don't
Exactly.
nobody run.
Exactly.
Mhm.
He ain't
Ain't
lying.
nobody going. Ain't nobody going.
Ain't nobody going. Who going?
Mhm, mhm.
There ain't no movie I want to see because I don't want to see the end.
Right,
It's
right.
gonna be retarded. Everybody did.
Mhm. But you know what, OG, I'm gonna touch because I hated that I geared off topic a little bit. I apologize
Oh,
for
you
that.
didn't
But
get
you
off
was
topic? Oh no. Hold up. Hold up.
Man, hey,
Hold
18th
up.
level.
Hold up. You
Man,
hey,
I fucks with you. I
hey,
fucks
you
with you,
ain't
man.
get off topic nothing. You did what I wanted. That's what I
mm,
wanted you to do. I
He that
want
seasoning
you
salt. He that seasoning you need for this motherfucker. He that seasoning right there.
exactly. Let me say this to you. And I want you to realize that. And just like, because I know corporate cartel still on here. You always be like, hold on. I want you to understand this. Hey, bro, you the new king. You the new OG coming up. You the new
I
big.
appreciate that. Appreciate that, big
It's your
deal.
flow.
Hmm.
So you only did what I wanted you to do. I tricked you into it. I brought it out you. Pulled it out you. Look
And
at
what you?
the conversation was about the Freaknik. Look how
Mhm.
deep we went.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Man, I
because
brought
one
it out
thing,
you, man. You ain't did nothing wrong. You ain't gotta apologize. One
because
thing
one
you
thing.
gotta always remember
Mhm.
when you on this podcast, how can we stoop so low? You amongst men.
I
You
appreciate that.
amongst men. Men don't make other men discredit themselves or figure you gotta apologize or you gotta do all that. You amongst men, and your opinion and what you got to say count. Even if it's ignorant. If it's ignorant,
Mhm.
we gonna direct you and get you in the right put you in the right perspective. But it
Mhm.
ain't never a conversation where you can say nothing wrong or do nothing wrong, man.
Right.
And
I
that's what
appreciate that,
was, man.
OG. Like I say, because even with the music is so different compared to back then. I can remember my uncle having me as a shorty with him and his 86 Cutlass. What was he bumping? The Dayton Family, Top Authority.
Man, man,
Like Face,
tell it to my
yeah, like Face. I remember when he had Face, The World Is Yours, back in
oh my
'94. I was
goodness.
a little
Oh,
shorty, Oh,
that's my shit there.
Love, man. Love, right? Hey, listen, man, don't get to talk about no Scarface because you got the crazy motherfucker on the podcast today. Hey,
I'm faced, man. I'm faced.
uh,
he face crazy.
so like I grew up, and that's like I say, and the thing with me is that I know who I am as a man. It's
Exactly.
a lot of these young men that I know what I do, I know what I'm capable of, and I know how to keep a cool head and think with a logical mind to see what's the best scenario before I take action.
Man, right.
That's how I was raised about. And I like what Syke was saying. It's just a lot of these boys, they emotional. And on top of it, see, the thing is, everybody it's always been more followers than leaders. It's
Yeah.
just that
Man,
things have went off rails to the point that the ones what they following is some BS. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Like when y'all was coming up, what you had when y'all was coming up in the 80s, y'all had what? Public Enemy, Eric B and Rakim.
Man, we
Yeah,
had
You
Ice
know,
Cube. We had Ice
yeah,
Cube. We had
people was getting
NWA.
their
We had
knowledge from that.
Tupac. We had Tupac. We had
You know,
Righteous Teacher. We
X-Clan.
had X-Clan. We had Daz Effects. He said
mm-hmm,
they want to flex.
Big Daddy
mm-hmm.
Kane.
Man, we had Big Daddy Kane, Cool G
Fuji
Rap.
rap.
Man,
Mhm.
we had
Another
BDP.
one of my
Man,
favorites.
listen,
Yeah,
man, I could go on and on, man. I can go on and on when it comes to that.
and a lot of people was getting their knowledge from that because that's what was pushed in their face. Now what's being pushed in their faces, all of this, drill that, and they only follow on what they see. A lot of people are just not they just don't have it to have a mind made up, to say, nah, I'm gonna go against the grain. A lot of people just ain't built like that. It has to be certain things in order, like when you look at you know, back when y'all was coming up, the Honorable Chairman, Larry Hoover, you know, Chief Malik, you know, all of these different brothers, they had to put these rules in effect for something for some people to follow. Because if they didn't, it was only a matter of time before somebody geared off the rails, and then they was gonna have even more followers that was gonna be following nonsense.
Let me tell you this though. Let me jump in with you for a minute. Drill is not music, bro.
Right.
Drill is something that's been pushed on us as a culture, as they seen a way to destroy us and get rich off of it at the same time. Because drill, like that's why I gotta hurry up with this documentary to show and prove that drill was not about killing. You understand what I'm saying? That's
Right.
what they put it on. See, like even like when we was talking about how they investigated and how they were saying that they believe that they pushed those numbers on Chief Keef and all these other people because they were saying it was no way that people were chiming in and actually like responding to that music back then to get those numbers up like that. They boost that up. They pushed them up like that because they seen the effect that it was taking on the culture. They seen the effect that it was taking on them being culture vultures and people being killed and people being this and that because ain't no way Chief Keef got a deal before Kanye West did.
Right.
Ain't no way. You ain't, man, hey, when it comes, and I ain't got nothing against Chief Keef because that's my man's son. So don't take it wrong. And I don't play the BDGD thing. But I'm just telling you, when it comes to Kanye West and it comes to Chief Keef couldn't rap his way out of paper bag.
No, and that's keeping it real. That's keeping it real.
I'm just
you
telling
know,
you, like lyrically,
yeah,
beat wise, none of that.
yeah,
You
that's
understand what
keeping
I'm
it
saying?
real.
So it's just like now. It's just like now. YouTube. My page is shadow banned. It's different things they do to hold it up, and my notifications don't go out. It's all kind of different things because it's always gonna be some that be involved in the truth. Gonna always be hard to get out. I don't care how you play, how you want to do, how I want to go.
Yeah, because the truth don't make money.
Exactly.
The truth don't make money. And like I tried to break something down. I'm gonna just say this real quick, Big Dale, and I'm gonna get ready to go. And much love to you, brothers.
I'm gonna let everybody go in a minute for sure.
And but I was trying to break something down to my cousin because he's young and he wouldn't listen. When the indictment came down on O Block, because he kept saying, "Well, ain't no more leaders out here, so they can't." I'm like, you don't get it, do you?
No.
Crime is a business. I was like, I had to. Excuse me, one second. I had to have him understand. I was like, crime is a business. They took away all of the big heads and everything, all of the OGs. They took them away because throughout these RICO laws, they hit them with these RICO charges. I was like, you know what they about to start doing now? Since there's no more organization to take down, I was like, they're gonna start turning you renegade cliques into organizations so they can use the RICO law against you. And I told him, I was like, what does that say on that indictment? Do that say Black Disciple Nation? That say no, organization of O Block.
Exactly.
They're turning the cliques into organizations so they can hit them with the RICO. I'm like, it don't stop just because the organizations is splintered. It don't stop. It's still a business at the end of the day, and they still got to get more convictions and more indictments to be able to help move up the district attorneys, the prosecutors, the defense attorneys, the judges. They still got to keep things going. Crime is a business in the United States.
Let them know, man. Let them know. Let them know. You told them right. Let them know.
So, shout out to y'all. Much love and respect to y'all. Big Dale, Psych G. I got to get ready to get up out of here, brothers. I got to go to work.
Man, go punch that clock, man. I got to do it too in the morning, man. Much love.
Love to y'all. Peace.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigga, I ain't got shit to do. Y'all got
Hey, listen. I'm going to tell you something. Much love. Everybody on this live, man, even if y'all don't like it, share it. Share this live, man. Let these people know, man, what's really going on. Share this live, man. We ain't going to play no games with them. Share this live. And I'm gonna let y'all get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. Cypher,
Love,
much love. Corporate Cartel Media, much love, my brother. Yak, much love. Millie Meg Gaming, Alexis, all my moderators, King Mike, everybody on here tonight, much love. Ray, much love. Definitely was powerful. Dark Side, much love. Much love, everybody. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Till the next time. True story.